So the way you can interact more in your opponent's turn is essentially anything your opponent can do, you can do as well. We spent an awful lot of time looking at the proprietary role. It's such a USP of Age of Sigmar. It's been there from the very beginning. I think we're all very passionate about it. I think Age of Sigmar players in particular are very passionate about it. So what we wanted to do was introduce even more reasons, even more choice around, do you take the double turn? Do you give it away? When do you give it away? And not being able to score, particularly in match play, if you do take that double turn, is such a big impact. You need to make sure that you do it at just the right time.
One of our big goals early on when we were designing this next edition was to really take the interactivity of the game to the next level. It keeps both players engaged throughout the experience. So in every single turn, both players are involved, they have abilities to use, they have interesting interactions with each other. There's a lot more back and forth throughout the game.
So Spearhead is a great place for new players to jump into Age of Sigmar, or players that have lapsed. It's fixed army, so you need one box of miniatures and off you go, and it uses just the core rules and then the Spearhead battle pack. For existing players, it's super competitive. Spearhead is the perfect way to play Age of Sigmar in a lunch break. It's a much smaller scale, much fewer miniatures on the board, and it all runs off a card deck for both the player commanding it to be able to use commands and score battle tactics, but also the twist cards that are drawn at the start of each battle round that give each player a slight advantage if they're the underdog.
One of our other goals was to have really closely fought battles. And one of the ways we've achieved that is through something called the underdog mechanic. The underdog is simply whichever player is behind on victory points at the moment. So whichever player is currently behind in the battle. In each different battle pack, that player is going to get different bonuses to try to help them catch up and get back into the game. In the case of matched play, the main benefit you get is you get an additional command point every round. Whereas in Spearhead, the thematic twists, right, themed around the realms that you're fighting over, will give you a different bonus in each battle round to get back in the game.